Today I got to talk about this massive withdrawal of Bitcoin from the exchanges. What is this about? Brad Garlinghouse says this for you XRP Army guys. The lawsuit will come to an end in weeks, not months. Weeks. Okay? That's pretty telling. That means it's going to be in June, right? In June, we're going to get a settlement. Settlement or judgment where Gary Gensler is going to lose, right? That is what we're looking forward to. So it's coming, right? And of course, everyone expects Ripple to win because Judge Torres basically shut Gary down, right? When they, again, the SEC tried to hide the controversial Hinman speech documents. It's not controversial at all. It's supposed to be public, and it's coming out, right? SEC tried very hard, tooth and nail, fighting tooth and nail, trying to suppress the documents, right? But they can no longer. It's going to be released. So not only will Ripple be able to use it and win, but every other project afterwards will use it to win as well. And of course, if they lose against Ripple, well, they're probably going to lose to Coinbase too. And it could be a trickle effect, which may bring down Gary Gensler. Staking has gone up to 15.5% now, which is absolutely fantastic. It was like 13 or 14%, now almost 16%. But imagine more and more ETH being staked, going up to 60, 70%. That would be absolutely fantastic. And Lido, I don't know how you say it, but their liquid staking is an all-time high right now. People that are holding ETH, they want to earn something from it, right? That's why Aaron, who is a new guest host on this channel on Fridays, DeFi Fridays, right? He's been covering a lot about yield farming. That's what people are doing exactly with Lido and with native staking and with liquidity pools, right? There are a lot of people that are taking advantage. And these are decentralized ways to make yield, not centralized methods like Celsius and Voyager. So I think a lot of people get it confused. But first, you got to get your own self-custody wallet. If you don't have that, then you can't do anything. But if you look at Ethereum's balance on exchanges, very low, near all-time low. So you could see, I mean, it's very, very close, going all the way back to basically 2015 levels, right? So Ethereum is pretty scarce too. If you think about it, going all the way back to when it first was created or minted, right? Yeah, that means supply is doing this, demand is doing this still, right? Everything is ERC standard these days. But also, same thing with Bitcoin. Yesterday, it was discovered by this James guy that $400 million pulled yesterday from a single whale from Huobi. Okay, $400 million transferred out. That is a ton. And if I had a graph like this showing Bitcoin's reserve, same thing. Just keeps going down and down and down. It's not just being swapped from one exchange to another. The net flow keeps showing Bitcoin's reserves on exchanges just like downwards, like just a continuous downtrend, right? And why is this happening? Well, because people are buying and taking off the exchanges. More and more people are self-custody their own crypto. And same thing with the institutions. They don't want to hold it themselves, right? So they withdraw it to a custodian. But that's exactly what's happening. In the future, there'll be very, very little Bitcoins left on the exchanges. And that's when it'll be a mad rush to buy. So yeah, that is still happening, right? This is why Bitcoin's fundamentals are healthier than ever. It really is. People don't understand. You know, you don't measure health by price. You measure it by users, holders, okay? Volume, hash rate. These are all things that are all-time high, right? And same thing, exchange reserves, nearing all-time low. These are all measuring the strength of Bitcoin, and it is getting stronger despite the fact we're still holding right around 27,000. There's a big options expiration today, 3.5 billion of Bitcoin and Ether. A lot of a lot of analysts thought that this may have this may trigger something, but apparently not. The max paying price for Bitcoin is right around 27,000. So that's kind of where we are right now. In case you're wondering, max paying price is the price that both sides loses, the max. It used to be a phenomenon where we just hit that max paying price exactly on every options expiration day. These days, it can swing a little bit either side, but it's still pretty close. Ethereum's around 1,800, which it is, right? So here's one. Looking at just volatility. This ROC is rate of change. Basically, if you look at the bottom, you could see whenever we're like near zero of rate of change, that's usually when Bitcoin starts turning upwards. That's when Bitcoin has climbed out of its year-long downtrend and starts a year and a half or 2.5 years of uptrend, right? So it's part of a 4-year cycle, and it's, I mean, yeah, I mean, just look at it, right? So that's where we are right now. So even though there'll be times, months, where we seem to not go anywhere, we're just going sideways, little volatility. But when you zoom out, you realize, yeah, we're just chugging along like before, right? According to plan. And you don't want to miss this next upward trend. And short term, this is what it looks like. Short term, we do have a lot of similarities to 2019. Not exactly the same. History doesn't repeat, but it tends to rhyme. And if we're rhyming, we're going to see a peak of what, 60,000 according to this, come, I don't know, end of 2024, maybe even earlier. A lot of people think that it will come a lot earlier, right? Ordinals just hit a new milestone. The number of ordinals continue to surge. You're getting a whole bunch of ordinals, NFTs, and meme coins that are coming on top of Bitcoin's network, and it's skyrocketing. And today, something new came out. Now you have the very first stablecoin that just released on top of Bitcoin's network. Think about it. A whole new stablecoin built on BRC20 standard on top of Bitcoin, right? If you can have meme coins, why can't you have stable coins? Well, Stabler, which is a company that comes out with stable coins, they have done so. So there's a lot of new things coming. A lot of Bitcoin maxis are not fond of this because they don't know how the network's going to handle this, how the miners are going to treat this, right? But there's definitely a lot of new things coming, new innovations coming to Bitcoin. So besides a 4-year cycle, besides it being the greatest store of value and all these fractal patterns, right? We have a lot of exciting new developments happening right now on top of Bitcoin. We have just started. And even Michael Saylor says Ordinals is good. It's interesting, and we don't know what's going to happen in the future, so don't dismiss it.